Hello everybody, Jason up, New Age Revolution Cave. Third day in a row with a video, right? Or is it the second? I don't know. Might be the third, might be the second. I'm not sure. Are we back full time? I don't know. It's getting crazy, folks. That's all I'll say about that. What first? Oh, go check out a couple of good guys, a couple of friends of mine. Guy that has a killer collection, better than mine, 100% better than mine. Been with the channel a long time. Matt Watson, folks, go check out Matt Watson's channel. If I can remember, I'll leave a link down below, but by the time I get through this and edit it and all that, it just slips out of my brain. But Matt Watson's channel, he's a wrestling figure collector just like me, has a lot more stuff than me. Good to check out, you know? All right, we're talking about visually iconic images that catapult us back to our childhoods, that send us right back as soon as we see it, as soon as it enters our field of vision. It sends us back on a trip back in time to our childhoods, whether it be, like I said, an image, whether it be whether it be a sound, whether it be a smell. Visually iconic images that catapult us back to the 80s, back to our childhoods. Take a look at this. There's two for this video, and they're the same. They're connected. Take a look at this one. Here's the first one. There it is. That's right, the TV guide. That pretty little red box in the upper left corner of the magazine, a rectangle magazine, the Reader's Digest size magazine that sat on our coffee tables all throughout our childhoods. And the other image, come on, dog, I got to do this. The other image that is connected to the TV guide image is this right here. Yeah, the television, folks. And it's not the televisions that are hanging on our walls right now. It's not the 75-inch, oh, I did it again. There's one for you. It's not the 75-inch monstrosities that are hanging on our walls that weigh, 13 pounds. That weigh 13 pounds. No, I'm talking about these boxy little things. These wood-grained, tiny little tube style boxes of joy. The television and the TV guide, two iconic images that go hand in hand, that bring me back to childhood indeed. Television was huge in my life as a kid. Television was massive. And nowadays, if television is too big in a kid's life, we've got everybody upset. We've got pediatricians writing journal entries and reports on something called screen time. We have children on medication because of television and distraction and screen time and video games and blah, blah, blah. And we don't want to say that the television is babysitting our children or that the TV is raising our children. And part of me agrees with that, kind of, sort of, depending on what the child is watching. But back in the day, the television was a proud and accepted and welcomed babysitter. There was no such thing as screen time. Your doctor wasn't asking you at your physical in 1985, how much television does he watch, Mom? Now, is that right or wrong? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just saying that the television was a huge part of my childhood, so much so that I actually love televisions. If I had the room, if I had even just an extra room in this house, or an extra house, which may not be that far off, if I had more room, I would collect televisions. right? Have a couple more of these things. Maybe I'd get one every size, right? I'd have a 13 inch. I'd have a, I don't know, what's after 13? 15 inch? Did we do 15? 19? Probably 13, 19 inch. Have some handheld ones. Have the pocket ones. Put a VCR on each one, maybe some rabbit ears. I just love the way they look. The TV Guide was a big part of my childhood, and that, of course, would mean that the TV Guide, this happens to be a fantastic issue, by the way, the TV Guide would be a counterpart, an accessory to the television, a must-have accessory to the television. Why? Because without it, you didn't know what was on. Now, I mean, the cable companies got a little bit fancier in the late 80s, early 90s when they added the thing called the Guide to the television. But prior to that, you didn't know what was on until you had one of these things. I mean, you could memorize your lineups, you could memorize your evening lineup, but you needed this. This accompanied this box behind me, and this was always on the coffee table. This was always on the end table. Maybe you just toss it on the couch and you leave it on your couch because that's where you're going to sit, right? But I used to love this thing. I used to love the TV Guide. I've told the story a couple of times. I would get the TV Guide, crack it open on a Friday night, and write down the shows that I was going to watch on Saturday morning. When I would watch the show, it would end and I would shift over to the next channel. From 7 to 7:30, we're on ABC. But then, pup named Scooby-Doo comes on at whatever, 8:30, I don't know. So we got to make the switch. And I'd have it all mapped out. But that was just Saturday mornings. The television represented so much more than Saturday mornings in my childhood. It was honestly from the moment I got home from school to the moment I went to bed. Now, was I in front of the TV that whole time? No, of course not. But it was always an option from 3 p.m., 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at night. It was always an option, right? Because there was always something that would entertain us on television back then. We grew up connecting to television shows and looking forward to television shows, and of course this is at a time when shows are not just on demand, right? You had to have must be there to see it. Appointment watching, it was called. You had to be there at 8 o'clock to watch the latest episode of Growing Pains, or else you would literally never see it again. Unless that show went to TBS and went into syndication. But you were going to miss the episode. And that's one thing for shows like Growing Pains and Family Ties and Cosby Show. The shows are all relatively the same. But imagine the older folks. Imagine the parents who were madly in love with shows like Dallas and Dynasty and Knots Landing and the daily soap operas. If you miss those episodes, you're lost. Something huge could have happened. Somebody could have died. You'd have no idea. So you almost tailored your life, scheduled your life around television. You finished up dinner so that you could be in front of the television at 8 o'clock. Let's get everything done, get your homework done, we'll get the dishes done. 8 o'clock, we'll watch our show. You planned your evening around whatever was listed on a particular channel in a particular time slot in this here book. Love television. Love it. My relationship with television today has dramatically changed. I don't watch any television today. There's no cable system in our house. We have the multiple streaming apps that I don't watch anything on. It's mainly for the kids, I guess. their mother watches foreign television, British stuff. I don't know what she does. The kids watch their mostly YouTube, but Disney Plus. I don't know what they watch either. But gone are the days of network television. There is no network television in our house. We're not all gathered around the television at 8 o'clock to watch a particular show. There are no particular shows. There are literally no particular shows ever watched in this house. We don't have shows anymore. I have no idea what's on network television these days. Zero idea. I haven't had an idea about network television for years. So my relationship with television now has really gone back in time. I only watch television shows from the past on DVD. That's it. And the collection of movies that I'll alternate. My interests will alternate. I'll binge a show for a week or two, and then I want to watch a movie, and maybe I'll watch a week's worth of movies or 2 or 3 weeks worth of movies, and I'll switch back to television. And I watch one show at a time. I watch a show here, but then I watch a show at my office too. So the office show is Seinfeld right now, and the home show is Monsters and Curb Your Enthusiasm, thanks to Colin from Canada. I just finished Twilight Zone. And that's all I will ever watch again. I have no interest in anything else that television produces these days. It's all classic stuff. But the television, the 80s style, square, 2B, wood grain television, and the TV Guide logo are visually iconic images that transport us back in time. Transport me back in time to childhood on the YouTube. And we will see you all next time. Good night now.